Hello and welcome back to another Shadowlands gold farming video. Today we're talking about a brand new Hyperspawn 2x4 farm in Bastion. This is the first one we have found in Bastion that is actually viable, and that we actually kill humanoids, so you get tons of cloth as well. And for some reason, Blizzard haven't gone in and nerfed the loot tables of these mobs, so you can still get tons of epics from this farm. In terms of kills per hour and gold per hour, you will get about 2,400 Shrouded Cloth per hour. I have just sent away a mail full of cloth and some other stuff to my bank character, and we have been farming in this session for about maybe 10 minutes so far, and we've been getting 295 cloth. So I want to say you get like 2,500 cloth per hour, and in terms of kills per hour you are looking at between 3.5 to 4k. If you have a good group like we have with 1 monk and 7 druids, you can get upwards of 4,000 kills per hour, but that requires every single druid to run around and pull stuff all the time, and just pull and use starfall and do that on repeat. You want to make sure you tag every single mob as fast as possible, because like this one only has 10k health, and if it was somewhere else than the current location, it could die before reaching the statue. So you want to make sure you're tagging literally everything as fast as humanly possible. So have your druids run around, pull stuff, and if you have time as the monk as well, you want to heal your statue, and you want to heal yourself. But if you have some time, you can just run around and do some damage yourself and pull stuff as well, because why not, right? So you want to make sure you tag everything, and some of it dies before hitting the statue. And as for the location, I'm just going to show you right now, since my statue is like full health. It's all the way up here in Bastion. All the way northwest, you just fly to this flight point. Some might not have this unlocked, but just fly here or just get yourself over here, and you're farming around this pinnacle in the middle, and pulling everything. This is a questing location, so every now and then there might be someone stopping by to do their quests, and that is fine, you should totally expect that to happen. They are killing, like this, I think this one is a quest marker, right? There are 3 of them, there's one over here, there's one up here as well, and there's one somewhere else. I think it's either 2 or 3 quests up here that they have to do, and obviously they should be able to do their quests, so don't get mad at them, just let them be. Let them do their quests and you'll be fine. They will most likely just go away, but just expect some competition. With some people doing quests every now and then, it can happen. It is a questing place, and that means we have the hyperspawn, or the force spawn mechanic in place, so there's tons of mobs available, and the second you pull and you kill, they will spawn over again, and you just do that on repeat. It is a pretty much infinite farm you can do all the time. You will get tons of grey items for raw gold, you will get some greens as well, which you can either sell or disenchant. You will get tons of cloth like this one, and lightless silk as well, and you can get epics. The epics are what gives you the big boy gold per hour, and will actually give you a ton as well, depending on how lucky you are. And I can't really tell you how many epics you will get, like you can get 1 per hour, it can take you 5 hours to get 1, you can go 12 hours and not get a single one, then you get like 10 in 1 hour. It is all RNG, right, so you can't really expect to get any of them. But what I can say is that we have tried this for 2 hours now. We have 2 groups of 4 people, so we're 2x4, we're 8 people. We have gotten 10 epics in 2 hours. So pretty much roughly 1 epic every 1.5 hours, I would say. Since we are 8 people, we got 10 epics in 2 hours. It's something along those lines. So it feels like the actual loot tables of these mobs are untouched compared to the Ardenweald, where, for example, all the way down here in Ardenweald, where the previous farm was located, even if you got 3.5k kills per hour, which is what we got, or above 3.6 I think we ended up with, you still would not get many epics. I think we got 1 epic per hour, and we had the same kills as we have here, and the epics have a much higher drop chance. I haven't seen one for this session, but for the previous 2 hours I have seen a couple of epics. So yeah, it is a very good place to farm. I can show you right now. You have these markers around here that I have placed for where the mobs spawn. You want your druids to run in between these markers. So right now I'll just pretend I'm a druid, so Starfall this, or Moonfire, or Sunfire. Pull this one as well, there's a multi-boxer right there, don't know why he's here. Probably trying to do some multi-boxing things, and my statue just died, I'll place a new one. Doesn't really matter, just make sure nobody dies. There we go. We have another marker right all the way over here as well, you can pull some mobs. That is where the questing mob is also located, by the way, so you want to don't pull that one if you can, just to give them their quest, because they should obviously have priority on the quest mob. But sometimes you might pull him, that's okay. The questing mobs have a ton of health though. You also have this elite, which can be very annoying. Has like 100k plus health. I just touch of death and we're fine. This one also has like 100k health, which is quite a lot for a quest NPC, but they scale up since we are 8 people at the location, right? I'm just gonna loot, hope for an epic. That would be very epic for the video. Did not happen, but yeah, my statue is about to die again. Just gonna place a new one, that's fine. You have these markers, right, so you just place out these markers all the way up to here. You have moon, you have a couple other markers as well, like all the way up the stairs. There's 2 patrols, like this one just spawned, this one just spawned. You want your druids to pull these as fast as possible, because as a monk you have more than enough to do to keep people alive and keep your statue alive, and keep yourself alive, but try to pull if you can. Just use the transcendence like I have right here, so you can transcend back if you will need to get back very fast. But other than that, just try to keep aggro, so if you have to drop your statue, then mobs will attack you instead of the druids, and that way you can mitigate some of the damage, right? The farm is very good, like it's one of the best, if not the best. I think it's actually the best Hyperspawn farm right now. So if you want to farm for 2x4 for cloth and epics, this is probably the best one right now. I would expect it to get nerfed within a couple of days probably, but right now it's the best one. As for the actual value of the epics, they will probably go down whenever the raids open, which is pretty much tomorrow for NA, and Wednesday for EU, right? But I wouldn't expect them to drop by a lot, because people are still willing to spend a lot of gold to gear up their alts, and these BoE Epics are definitely one way to do that. You can also do mythics, but some people don't have the gear or the knowledge to do those epics on an alt. They will just buy some gear instead. And I also want to give a massive shout out to Student for finding this farm. It's an absolutely amazing farm. I think he found it on stream, I wasn't watching at the time. But he made a video on it as well, and it's a very good farm. Speaking of Student, I also want to shout out his book that I actually have an affiliate code for. So if you want to buy it, you can use my code and save 50% on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. And it's a fantastic guide, so make sure you check it out and use my code whenever you buy it. And yeah, the farm itself is very simple. Once again, you go to this location in Bastion, right? You farm for BoEs and epics and cloth. The cloth values might have gone down a tiny bit, but that doesn't really matter. You can still convert it to bags and blues, the disenchanted blues. They still have a decent value, I would say, and the Lightless Silk also has a decent value, because once again it's used in legendary crafting and so on. So there's always some reason to do this. You get tons of raw gold just from the greens and the grey items. So even in raw gold, it's still very good, and it's a very, very chill way to farm, and I love this type of farming. One more chance for the epic, just one more looting session, maybe. I'll just loot this guys as well, and then we'll call it a video. So there we go, no epics today. But yeah, it's a very good farm, go check it out. Let me know in the comments how much kills per hour you are getting from this location. Let me know if you get any epics, that would be amazing. And that's it, thank you for watching. Leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. Check out my Discord where you can find groups to do this farm. And that's it, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.